Apocalypse Gaming.
Hi there my friends, hope everyone's well. So today I'd like to take a look at some Mantic Skeletons I got through the post. And I'll just quickly scan over the sprue just so you can get an idea of what's on here before we go and look at each of the details on their own. But it's definitely a packed full sprue, so you're going to get plenty of variation here of what you can do. We'll worry about turning that around when we come to the actual details. So let's start with the torsos. So taking a look at these torsos, something that immediately captures me is the faces. Although it's a skeleton's face, there is still an awful lot of animation and life being sculpted into each of these skeletons' faces. Reminds me very much of Ray Harryhausen and Jason and the Argonauts style, or possibly Bruce Campbell's Army of Darkness skeletons. There's just that evil intent, but life in the actual faces, which is rather cool. Rather cool. So, plenty of detail around about it. You can see the actual rib cage, you can see all the armour, but there's a mix of armoured individuals and non-armoured individuals, just with some cloth over them instead. So taking a wee look at the legs as well now. Something that I noticed, which I didn't notice in the very first viewing, is there's a slight variation to the way your miniatures will join. So although there's the variation where you can mix about torso and legs, some legs have been designed to go with some torsos, but that still gives you massive variety to choose from, because overall there's the 6 of these with the holes on it and 6 different torsos with pins for joining in. Obviously you could cut them pins off and do it the other way if you want, but these have been designed specifically to go with the legs with the holes. Whereas some of the other torsos, if we flick back, don't have the pinning options, which means you're then going through the sprue and looking for a torso like this, which is designed to attach to them. So there's still variation, it's not a problem at all, but just be aware when you're looking through it, that's your options. Now, there's also a great deal of weaponry on this sprue. You've got your sword arms, but on top of that we've got some maces, we've got some axes, plenty of spears, so you can arm your skeletons pretty much how you would like, because there's enough variety in there to make the unit look like however you want it to be, whether you want it to be a spearman unit, whether you want it to be a sword unit, or a handheld weapon unit. We've also got a nice banner here, so you get your banner pole, so you can have your banner bearer quite easily. As we can see, a head that I do like is just here round on the sprue as well. It's the one with the feathers. I just like that touch again. And we'll flip round and see this other fella's head as well. Again, it's got that life to it, if I can find it on camera. There we go. It's got that life to it. It's got the screaming visage that you'd expect from a skeleton horde coming at you. So, yep, tell me what you think of the sprue. I'll put up some stills of the figures built, and I'll put up some stills of the actual sprue, so you can get a better idea of detail. But overall, I'm very impressed with what's on it. One other thing I should show you is the way Mantic actually design and join their miniatures to their bases. You can see this here comes with a square base, but it's got a circular indent built into the base. That's because the miniatures all come attached here, so it's not your slaughter style base, but you've got this big round tab. What that tab means though is, if I can just get this in an angle we can see on camera, imagine this the other way round, but you can then put your miniature on the base, and you can rotate it so that you can have it ranked up exactly with the facing you're looking for on your base, which should then make it much easier when you're building your miniatures to get a nice ranked up unit. What you could also do as well using that idea though is you can magnetise these. You could stick a magnet into this base here and a magnet into there, and then you can take this on and off easily. That means you could use it in Mantic's own system, but you could also then take and proxy these into any other system where you would need them on a round base, and that will give you even greater versatility to your miniatures, because you can use them across more than one system that way, which I particularly like. But if you're not going to do that, it will also mean that if you're gluing them in, you're going to have a really strong bond between this base here and the actual square base it comes with, because due to the sheer surface area you're gluing down to, that's going to be stuck on nice and solid. So when you come to take them out of whatever your carrying case you're using, you're not going to find any miniatures that have came off their bases. So it's another really nice but simple feature. So take care, my friends, have a wonderful day, and feedback and comments are always appreciated, so stick them down below. Take care.
Apocalypse Gaming.